A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Gun. 11, Thomas.
Pacheco gets it, tries the left side. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Pacheco gets it again on second down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And his guys have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Here's A-Chain to begin the drive. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Here's a 2nd and 5. A-Chain here. They stay on the ground. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25. So you look at this defense. They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. They'll run for it with A-Chain. And he's got some speed. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Devon A-Chain. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from evening this one up. Tucker now for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
151 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Here we go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
12. 11 MT, take. Shot.
A give right side for Pacheco.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Again, it's Pacheco. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
1st down, Bison.
Here we go, here we go. 11, 11. 11 MT, take. 11 MT, take. Stop.
Pacheco gets it up the gut.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Here, look at this Baltimore defense.
And they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches.
11 Thomas. Stop.
They'll try for the first with Pacheco.
And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco.
And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the 1st quarter.
Pretty entertaining start. 14 all the score on EA Sports.
Here we go, here we go.
From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 9.
11 MT. Stop.
Here's Pacheco headed right.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here we go.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down.
On the handoff, it's Pacheco.
And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
They'll run for it with Pacheco.
And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. They come up short here on 4th down. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
97 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The Ravens at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
Here's 2nd and 10.
And they'll send Williams in motion right.
On 2nd down, a run by A-Chain. And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Got a man open. It's Chase.
Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
So from the 26-yard line, here's a 2nd and 4. Again, it's A-Chain.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. A-Chain gets it from the gun.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
A-Chain will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is, I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Fine, ready?
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
11.
And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Pacheco gets it again on second down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for more. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped up defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Fielded just inside the 20. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Right back to A-Chain on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Wilson rolling to his right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Here's more on the return. And he will step out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And this offense set up nicely with what looks to be a 1st and goal right around the 10-yard line.
Let's get set.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Stop.
They run it with Pacheco from the gun.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 7.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He'll be hit and taken down at the 20-line.
Joe Tryon Shoyinka showcasing the pass rush.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, 1 second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
3rd down. Here's H8.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Tucker's kick is good. And they will open their lead up to a touchdown at 24-17.
But looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. That's caught by the tight end, Harrison Bryant.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Down inside the 20. Wow, 204 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Here we go, here we go.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Pacheco once again. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And quickly, they get to the line. A run by Pacheco on second down. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
Here we go.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So from the 36 now, first and 10. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone.
Gun. Got. 11 mighty.
On first and 10, here's Pacheco. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
11.
Pacheco gets it again on second down. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Running the ball served them well all game long, and there's another example as they pick up a first down.
Here we go.
Now a first and 10 at the 11. A handoff now for Pacheco. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up first and goal. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's second and goal.
12.
Here's Pacheco. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll try and run with Pacheco. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Isaiah Pacheco taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bisons are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point right down the middle. And that will tie us at 24. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted.
Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. 11 MT tape. 11 MT tape.
Pacheco gets it up the gut. Joe Tryon there to make the tackle. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here we go. Here we
Now
go.
2nd and 9.
11 Thomas. 11 Thomas. Stop.
Again, it's Pacheco.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night.
This is the National Football League.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
11 MT. 11 MT. Stop.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco.
Scampering home from 19 yards out.
And the Bisons have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Right back to A-Chain on 2nd down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him the completion.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Returning it is Moore. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Gun.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
Pacheco gets it again on second down.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. They lost 4 there, and it's third down.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. Play action. It's Burrow staying on his feet. And that went off the mark. A little late with the throw. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Running right, here's A-Chain.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Check.
Here's Grant.
Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Tempo.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. And that's out quickly to Chase.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down.
They go back to the ground game with A-Chain.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. Now Wilson.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to one.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
You got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. A-Chain here. They stay on the ground.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third.
If you've been waiting all day for this Sunday nighter's been worth the wait. It's third down here.
Wilson to throw. That's going to be brought in by Higgins.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
Now Wilson.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Now 1st and goal. They'll look to run with A-Chain.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2.
He's brought down by Jabril Peppers.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
At the 2-yard line.
One last shot for Wilson. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. With 0s on the clock. And an extra point will send us to OT.
Well, there's no doubt they just seized the momentum with that one. They can go ahead and kick the extra point here and ride that home wave on into overtime.
Now for the all-critical extra point. And he's got it. No problems there. The extra point up and good, and we are headed to overtime.
And here in overtime, if if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Well, 4 quarters couldn't decide things, so it's on to overtime here as the kick is away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First down and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
On 2.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
Pacheco gets it again on second down. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself,
Here we go.
I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
12. Stop.
Here's Pacheco headed right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
Running left to give to Pacheco. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
What will they draw up to try to keep this opening drive of overtime moving? 3rd and 7. First throw in overtime now for Burrow. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer. Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Burrow looking to pass. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. This ball deep for Tony. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Ravens are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. Boy, CD, they went with the aggressive play call, taking a shot downfield here on the first drive of overtime. Unfortunately for them, it backfires with the interception.
Yes, that aggressiveness sometimes comes with a price tag, doesn't it? You take the big shot downfield, trying to end the game right here. But they were ready for it, made the play, and now they have their opportunity to come down and kick a field goal and get this one over with.
This drive will begin with a run from A-Chain.
And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
Next score wins, but remember, this will be a tie if the period ends with no scoring as they work on second down. Again, it's A-Chain.
And no luck at all to start this drive as they're going to drop him behind the line for a second straight play.
Behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard. Bringing up 3rd and 12.
Third down, here's A-Chain.
And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Here's Johnny Hacker now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. And he's able to get it out of there. And this is a pretty good kick. Fielded at the 33. Oh, he nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
On the handoff, it's Pacheco.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And he's going to take this one down to the 25. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This to win it in overtime. And this one is no good. He missed it. And we will play on here in overtime.
Oh, that's so deflating, Brandon, because you know he was thinking to himself, just give me a shot. Just put us in a position to win the game and I'll get it done. With this kick, not on target, and we'll keep going here.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, this is a pretty rare situation here, Charles. You get into overtime, neither team coming through with even a field goal.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It'll be their second and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And joy will reign in the Inner Harbor as the Ravens have won it.
Well, Charles, a very simple mission anytime that you play on your home turf, and that is to defend your home turf, and today that mission was accomplished.
Look, every offseason, every preseason, the head coach goes in front of the team and says, the mission for the season, defend our home field every time, split on the road, and we'll be in the playoffs. That's why defending the home field is vital.
So for Baltimore, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs.
Meanwhile, for Tokyo,
they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
London, stand up. Do the he say, she say, getting no delay. Run it like relay, bro, you ain't got it like this. In my can't see straight, big fur jacket from eBay, looking timeless. I gotta let my skin fade marinate. We gotta toast up, celebrate. Everyone scream next up, but I'm the number one candidate. Captain's armband, I'm making key plays. When I'm doing shows, gotta get it all prepaid. What you I'm on it, break, no side, not about these ways. I gotta let my skin fade marinate. We gotta toast up, celebrate. Everyone scream next up, but I'm the number one candidate. Starboy excellence. Them other guys irrelevant. They all on. Zoe Kravitz half white, half melanin. Baby face and a white gold tooth cap. I treat the waiter nice, she love that. I mix the blueberry pie. It's not what I wear, it's how I rock that. If I can buy that twice, I'll cop that. Sweet 110, spot that, chop that. Tryna lock me, I have to tell her it's not that. Do the he say, she say, getting no delay. Run it like relay, bro, you ain't got it like this. In my can't see straight, big fur jacket from eBay, looking timeless. I gotta let my skin fade marinate. We gotta toast up, celebrate. Everyone scream next up, but I'm the number one candidate. I'm a number one like you say, set page. Used to kick ball on the estate back then. T90s with the Levi's matching. Rips in the denim, that's classic. These beats get wrapped like Futamaki, that's a sushi roll. I'm a young CEO, gotta do as you're told. Gotta act your stat, gotta play your role. I was OT, all shutting down shows from A to B, long way to go. About time they know about me. Hello, the jiggle and clap, jello. I've been on top, where they at? Below, presidential flow, Marilyn Monroe. I got pounds, got euros, stacking them both. Do the he say, she say, getting no delay. Run it like relay, bro, you ain't got it like this. In my can't see straight, big fur jacket from eBay, looking timeless. I gotta let my skin fade marinate. We gotta toast up, celebrate. Everyone scream next up, but I'm the number one candidate. Captain's armband, I'm making key plays. When I'm doing shows, gotta get it all prepaid. What you I'm on it, break, no side, not about these ways. I gotta let my skin fade marinate. We gotta toast up, celebrate. Everyone scream next up, but I'm the number one candidate.
Point 'em out, 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 point 'em out. Watch 'em panic. Got 2 chains on, I'm too late. Got 1 watch on my wrist. I'm riding round and I'm getting it. I'm young, but I ain't ignorant. They keep asking who the hell you think you are. Him, 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 and him. They keep asking who the hell you think you is. Him, 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 and him.
Been the best in this game for a minute. If I want it, then I'ma go get it. Ain't no asking, you know I'ma spend it. I don't go back and forth like it's tennis. I'm in mode, I've been locked on a mission. Cupid G, I ask God as my witness. I'm not pressing my bro off suspicion. Never pressing my bro off suspicion. She from NOLA, she got superstition. I'm not waiting and hoping and wishing. I'm not stopping, I'm balling relentless. I'm a stepper, I'm standing on business. In the rumors, I'm minding my business. I'm a tutor, teach you how to get it. I said, fin with the ones in your city. We make movies, we all the way with it.
Point 'em out, 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 point 'em out. Watch 'em panic. Got 2 chains on, I'm too late. Got 1 watch on my wrist. I'm riding round and I'm getting it. I'm young, but I ain't ignorant. They keep asking who the hell you think you are. Him, 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 and him. They keep asking who the hell you think you is. Him, 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 and him.
I told the people, yes, I'm him. I did the impossible, but I'm not Kim. Gotta be by the escalator. If on the rim, hit the butter with a blitz, we gon' study this film. I ain't gotta say nothing, ain't know it's for real. Country, tryna give me a meal. You want you some balance, you got you a deal. Mr. Bushwick, bitch, tell me how you feel. No, I'm not from Dallas, but yes, I'm a cowboy. We them boys. We making loud noise, staying fresh to this, I be looking like a house. Got a defensive line that'll make them sit down. Feel like a D-lineman, but still making touchdowns. Beat them in their hometown, I ain't here now one time. I been a big bully since I was on the playground. Now I'm all grown up and I still don't play around.
Point 'em out, 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 point 'em out. Watch 'em panic. Got 2 chains on, I'm too late. Got 1 watch on my wrist. I'm riding round and I'm getting it. I'm young, but I ain't ignorant. They keep asking who the hell you think you are. Him, 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 and him. They keep asking who the hell you think
can teach you how to get paid, how to get by, and how to get fly. I can teach you how to get cake, if not the whole thing, at least a little slice. Honestly, I'm an immaculate anomaly.